Hello guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Black IC, playing Germany. Let's go over the game. So last time we were struggling to capture what has remained of China. So let's go on with the campaign and see what's gonna happen next. They have almost encircled us here. Oh yes, they will encircle us here. Better keep them busy a little bit. It doesn't seem that it's working. They have escaped here. Yeah, pretty well. Well, they're not well supplied, but yeah, they have escaped here. Unbelievable. Let's try to encircle them again. There are incredible battles here taking place here. Gonna have to keep pushing forward and encircle them as quickly as possible. Great. There are some divisions here that could be encircled with a little bit of luck. Yes, they are actually encircled right now. Let's try to attack them further. Yes, perfect. Now the Americans are trying to attack further. And unfortunately here they are... I don't think it's gonna work. Anyway, first of all, let's take these remaining divisions here. Oh, they have a fucking motherfucking port here. You stupid motherfucker. This American division is still moving. Man, this is so fucking bullshit. This game is so unbalanced. Now they have brought billions of divisions there and they are trying to advance there. These divisions are still encircled. We should use this advantage here. Come on, you motherfucking piece of shit. Let's just finish them once and for all. Americans are desperately attacking here, trying to break the siege. Yes, we can actually. Let's deploy some more airplanes. Although these light bombers seem to be at least... Yeah, they are in circle now. And it's a little bit... They have started an offensive all over the place. A little bit strange what's going on here, but I still want to push forward because we're just about to annihilate them. We just annihilate all those remaining British divisions. Because this was the purpose of this attack actually. Right now they have a lot of divisions here. The question is that they are leaving, of course. Yeah, the Japanese are... No, they're not advancing anymore. This American division is finally destroyed, and yeah, these guys are just keep pushing forward. But I still think that the Russians will do a good job, although they have only 83 divisions. Because now let's see what's gonna happen if we can attack here. 83 against 1 British division that we're gonna take. This is also okay. So, wait, they have lost like another huge number of divisions. They're gonna try to invade. They are already invaded here in Tianjin. This is what happens when you have naval supremacy, and we are trying to increase our naval supremacy, but it's not that easy. Right, so I think it's gonna take some time until the troops are gonna be reorganized here. We have captured a big, beautiful part, a big part of China, which is good, and we're gonna push forward. Now the Allied troops are a little bit in disarray, and I think that our Allied troops could advance even farther here. This is what they do. This is what they are doing. Which is of course worth it. This is what we will do. So let's start the offensive right now. Let's don't waste time. Let's advance as quickly as possible. In the meantime, South Africans still have divisions here. So let's motivate the Air Force. And this is what's going on somewhere else. So going back to Africa, another invasion here. Let's try to stop it if we can. We're having our support. That's good. But it's not gonna work. We should send this Bulgarian division. There is no other invasion. Could be, but it's not. And the Italians are still struggling to capture some French territory here, but it's still very difficult. If we would have some airport, but we don't have, still Italians are advancing, as you can see, and they will still capture it, I'm sure. Here, nothing happens. Our fleet is still superior here. There was a Canadian fleet that is being destroyed. Time to send. Wait a minute, let's deploy some new commander. And let's expand our area, such as there, and completely isolate the United Kingdom. There's already a battle going on with some Irish troops, but it doesn't matter. There was 3 destroyers, and the Allies have lost only 1. Just don't get it. So let's quickly patrol in that area. Submarines, everything we got. Though, so we're still losing a lot, I'm not sure. Oh yes, because, oh my god, how the fuck did we lose this huge fleet here? No, we cannot send airplanes here because they'll be completely out of range. So I think that the best thing to do here is to send actually a huge navy from the Black Sea or something. They're all from the Black Sea. Just all of them. Because I just have no one to send. It would have been interesting, you know. Here we still have an incredible number of airplanes. Let's see if we're building any... Oh yes, we're building a lot of shipyards here, which is gonna be great. Let's see if we have enough supplies. Actually, we do have a lot. It's okay. Okay, we have only 2 fleets left. Strange. Good. Now let's get back to Asia. So they have invaded again, the Americans, just as I thought in Qingdao. I mean the Japanese. And here as well was something like billions of troops here as well. Everywhere they have invaded. They are still able to deploy so many divisions, more than we have. This is fucked up as shit. Now, let's try to keep pushing forward. The front line now is very, very small, and this is not good at all. So let's extend it. Let's extend it, and let's attack. We're still advancing here, which is good. First of all, let's send this troop there and let's finish those remaining units. So it seems that China will fall. This is what I can almost certainly say. And what's left of China, of course. Which will be actually great. I'm gonna guard this area without any problem. I'm gonna let them invade and then attack them or something like that. Although it doesn't frankly seem. It's just strange the Chinese are having so many divisions, still 84 divisions, although they are focusing on building, I think, a lot of ships, air tanks and so on. Let's advance up to Simao and let's quickly take Nanjing. The Republic of China will definitely capitulate, and from that point I think that we will be completely victorious, to say the least. So let's get pushed forward. Unfortunately, we have a lot of divisions that are not attacking right now, just attacking with only pocket of units. Unfortunately. But it's still better than nothing, you know. We'll also increase the speed. We're in 1963 and the war continues here. Let's try to take Nanjing if we can as quickly as possible. Maybe this is gonna increase the fall of China. Right. Just as I thought. Oh yes, the Russians here, they annihilated another few Japanese divisions. And here is gonna happen the same, perhaps. And here is gonna also happen the same. Simply because our allied troops are simply we're starting to have more and more divisions. So let's see. The Russians. Expeditionary forces. Okay. So Nanjing will very soon be taken. This approach will go towards Shanghai that is being occupied by the Japanese. No, by Canada? Yes, Canada controls Shanghai. Unbelievable. Yes, Nanjing has been taken and now China should capitulate. But they didn't. Whatever. Doesn't matter, they will anyway. Let's attack all of the place. Right. That's great. That is perfect. Let's advance as well with this Panzer division. Although it also seems that a lot of ships are oh shit. Good. The Chinese still have only one division. And the Allies are opening a new front there. And here they are a little bit... It's not a good idea for the Allies to invade here. Although since they want at any cost, it would be better if they would invade in, for example, in Vladivostok. Well, let's keep pushing forward. With this magnificent 1940 Panzer Division, the 2nd Panzer Division with 13,000 men, that still needs a lot of reinforcements. Great. Belgians are attacking. Oh, there is an American infantry division which seems to be a very good one. They shouldn't be able to advance from Guangxi Cliquet here. Good, we're advancing all over the place here. That's okay, good, just keep attacking. Well, we're still losing even more manpower, but we're still taking a lot, 26,000 like something like that. The Russians are recapturing their territory, very well done. And they are taking no attrition because this is their territory. Just seems logic to me. There would be another invasion, British invasion here, I guess. But it doesn't matter. Good. So right now let's try to encircle these troops here. Hope this is gonna work. They still have air support. There, and the French are still having so many divisions. Maybe they also have some territory there. Africa is now completely free to say that they still have like 60 or 50 divisions and so much supply. This is extraordinary. But still, the Belgians, this is what division they have. They should scrap in the barrel 40 divisions because now they have beautiful territory here. Okay, let's see. Do we have any fleet here? We do have. We should, however, send more ships all over the place, such as the Admiral Donitz, for example. This guy, for example. Can have 2 battleships, that's good. We can unite this fleet. Right. Oh, there is a huge battle going on here. here our fleets have also been reduced a little bit. And here, just seems that we don't have any of them. Good, that's enough. So no invasion there. Still some battles there. Here Africa is okay. We should perhaps help our allies to completely wipe out the French here, but we're not gonna do it because they're doing already a fine job. And secondly, because we would take a lot of attrition crossing the whole Africa here, so we're not gonna send our troops up there. The Italians, they are controlling such a huge territory, but they have less and less division, less and less equipment, less and less manpower and everything. Too bad. Whatever, let's attack here furthermore, although they would invade us even somewhere else. Russians are controlling this territory, that's good. And they are trying to advance on this front here. I want to encircle the allies first of all. There are some problems here as well. Oh, this is the new capital, Chinese capital is going to be taken anyway. And the Chinese should capitulate, I guess. This general is doing a tremendous job here. This is the Chinese Empire territory. They should, oh, 8 divisions only, that's good. Indeed, they should have a lot more divisions lately, after the latest conquest. Because now they have a huge territory, great manpower, so they should be able, and I think also I'm sure they're gonna have a lot of materials and so on. So I'm also sure they should be able to build simply new divisions. We'll deploy them. The United Kingdom again invaded here. I wonder, is the Americans having 84 divisions? How many divisions the United Kingdom has? 48, less and less divisions, just as I expected. Here we still have 6 fleets that are doing a fine job. We're still losing some ships, but it's not that dramatic. So all of these are being repaired here. I mean, not all of them, but almost all of them. We have only 1 fleet left. We have 2, but we have another battle. We know we're doing a great job. It's a little bit difficult to advance here. And even Iberia should fall, and I think will fall very soon. Whatever, we'll see anyway. Things are going fine here in Africa as well. Here as well, there's no invasion going on. Here we're trying to advance, but it seems that our force is being reduced at least a little bit here. The allies are having some air support, so let's deploy some more aircraft. Jet bombers. Those air supports. This is gonna be enough. I'm gonna need a lot of manpower to do this. Now we're starting to battle for every small territory we gain from the allies. But the Allies themselves are losing even more and more troops. This guy is gonna need a new division here. Alright, I think we should stop the offensive for the time being. And just wait. Here you go. The Allies theoretically should do a good job, but they are not because they simply don't have enough divisions yet. Description 66 divisions. It's not much. They are using all of them. The small nations will be exhausted from this war, except the United States. But others will be, I mean, United Kingdom is already exhausted, I'm sure about that. We could theoretically attack even farther, such as here. 54. Both of them have air support. There are just too many divisions. It's gonna be difficult indeed. The Chinese have moved their capital to Hong Kong. Okay, very interesting development. They have just invaded here and furthermore, just as I thought. Let's go and recapture this territory here. In order to isolate the Allied troops where they are. And here is going fine. December 1963. Now we can theoretically attack even farther more here, and this time it's going to be successful. Great. Let's go over there, although... Great. We've lost another division. This is so fucked up. So, there are at the time being no other invasions here, but the Russians are trying to recapture their lost territory here. Although it's very difficult, they still have air support. Where the fuck is that airport? How the fuck do they have air support here? There is no fucking airport here. This is unbelievable. Good. Let's see where else can we attack. Let's attack here, and yeah, it still take a lot. They have left here, now they're just gonna have to wait. Gonna take a lot. Now let's see, let's get back here. Here we still have 5 fleets. I would send even more, especially there. American ships trying to send some supplies to the British. So it's going to be very soon repaired. Oh yes. There are indeed a lot. I was thinking here is gonna be a huge battle. So yeah, let's just send more submarines in there. And even more. 70. Great. There is no other invasion here. The allies, especially the Italians, didn't manage to recapture this territory here. The Spaniards are having a great territory and they're doing very fine with their troops. The French here gonna resist a lot, but Belgians also don't seem to take an attrition here, which is perfect. Hopefully they're gonna have some airport, but they don't have any airport. Whatever, then at least it seems to be okay. Just yet. January 1964. Then let's get back to China. We are just about to take it. They just keep pushing forward, although the allies are doing the same thing, but I think we can encircle them. The most important thing is to take this coastal town here. Where they have no supplies or something. Well, this is a port. But this is what territory is this? China's territory. This one is Canadian. This one is again Chinese. That's good. Oh yes. We have less and less manpower. I just don't understand why, but this is what it is. So, is there any other invasion going on? Yeah, right here actually. It seems to be pretty dangerous to say the least. But in the meantime, the Russians are doing a great job here, and I think that they are recapturing their lost territory. The Allies simply don't have enough. They don't have enough divisions to send. They have invaded other places, but for example here China will definitely be lost. That's out of the question. Now let's do a pretty nice advance here. Let's go towards Nanping as well. And take their ports all over the place here. Also take this 3 French divisions that are anyway wiped out. So right here with this division here. Also trying to advance. Let them just go deep into Chinese territory, because if you're gonna take the coastline, they're gonna be terminated. So defend it if you can. It seems that it is already defended, but we should do it more properly, better. Should destroy Nanping. And the French division trying to resist here. And yeah, let's launch a huge offensive with everything we got now. Can have some free factories, but it doesn't matter. Important is to capture this territory here. It's much easier to stay and defend than to invade, actually. Much easier. When the Chinese have started to have some divisions, 7 out of 8. Here they could launch a huge counter-offensive, but since they don't want to do this. Oh. They're just trying to encircle us, doesn't matter. Just try to cut their supplies here. Not a good idea. The Allies have also arrived with a lot of troops, but they might be in circle. We should be very careful. Let's watch this closely. We could encircle 2 divisions here. It's gonna get a little bit easier, to say the least. Let's heal them. Capture the port. With a little bit of luck, we're gonna annihilate these 2 divisions. Gonna need this. Great, we annihilate them. Right, the whole China will be soon freed. have to wait a little bit. And we're gonna attack when the right time will come. Against British division, we have absolutely no chance at all. Just forget it. This is gonna take some time. Well, let's get back here. So we still have 7 fleets in here, no fleet patrolling around. Again, 5, and we should send... Yeah, there is a small American fleet here that should be destroyed. Let's just send it right now. I think it has been destroyed. The American fleet have been destroyed, I think. It's not such a big fleet, but still gonna have to deal with it. We have 5, that's okay. Yeah. Good. Then there is no other invasion. Italians still didn't manage to invade those islands, unfortunately. And the Canadians have arrived here with some their troops. The British are having less and less divisions, and the French here are about to be annihilated, or maybe not. We'll see. No, it doesn't seem so. They have difficulties because of the attrition. Otherwise, there is no invasion, which is good. And we could perhaps advance further here. So let's see. We could, yes. The British have very few divisions, but they are such a huge force, I have to say. They are very, very strong, very powerful. It's very difficult to knock down a British division. See what the Russians are doing here. I think they're gonna make 91 divisions. Finally, just a little bit more divisions. Well, let's build some more ships because I just thought that I was we're building even more factories here. An incredible amount of factories. In fact, first of all, let's build some more factories, and then let's build some more ships. So first of all, more submarine yards. I think this is going to be extremely important. Shipyards. Let's build them in Russia. Heavy aircraft factory. Light aircraft factory. Ammunition factory. 24 factory. Small arms. Artillery. Truck factory. And tank factory. Then some nuclear reactors and rocket. Okay, then some factories. I would like to build. Yeah, let's build some steel factories. I mean, why not? Just a few of them. Yeah, and perhaps also synthetic rubber factories. Perhaps some oil factories. Then all the naval dockyards will really need a lot more. Right, there's some radar factories. I mean, not radar factories, but shit, Normandy. Okay, then infrastructure, of course. Infrastructure is always important. And some air bases. So also very important. Okay, good. Naval bases, maybe? Just supply our troops even better. So landfill, but now we're gonna actually need this. So. I don't think they're gonna invade us anymore. I think it's gonna be necessary, actually. But now I think we're gonna have like 1 billion factories being built, but we're gonna have huge industrial power, so we're gonna do it. Now, let's build some ships. First of all, let's build this light cruiser. 100 of them, let's say. Good. Let's do some more destroyers, maybe. Homer. Let's do some more of these carriers. How many we're gonna build right now? No. Schleswig-Holstein. Then some Europa-class carrier. Working Professor M's. Good. Ready to go. And we're still having a lot of ships to deploy, such as this one here. They have no general. Let's just send him right here as well. It's just fantastic that we have naval supremacy. Good. Now the problem is that the British are still having a fleet in Mediterranean. See, here there is a successful Portuguese fleet, so we could send also here some of our ships we have. Let's see. Yeah, such as this one. To help Portuguese a little bit, then gaining control of Mediterranean Sea. There are still hostile fleets there. Unbelievable. Whatever, okay. So many troops here in Africa, and it is a little bit of luck. The Allies will capture what has been remained of France here. Okay, no invasion there. Let's keep advancing towards China. Let's try to take it. See, they have already captured a great amount of their territory. So let's just attack. Let's see here. We're having air support, we have everything we need, but they have still sent a lot of troops. However, we're also having enough troops to deal with the situation right here. I actually think that we're gonna soon capture. I would still like to circle some of the Allied troops here. Curious to see if we will be able to do this. So we have 17 divisions. Oh yes, just as I fucking thought. And our troops still not yet been able to repel the invasion here, and the Russians are also having difficulties. They're of course trying to counterattack here, but it's simply not working. So I should do something and advance here as quickly as possible. This is the most important thing to do here. And the question is, how am I gonna do this with the divisions that I have? Because the others are having a lot of troops here and they seem to resist a lot. With great resistance. That means they have air support again. How the fuck do they have air support here? When I have deployed billions of fucking airplanes here. Let's see, it doesn't seem that we will be able to attack right now. Perhaps... let's try actually. Three fucking division against one division, and they have absolutely enormous air support. This is just bullshit. Whatever. Okay, let's get back again here. So hopefully that at least here we're having some support. We still need more fleets here. There are so important battles taking place there. We're just gonna need more fleet, just as simple as that. More ships, so let's send everything we've got in there. Because the Irish are still having some troops. This is actually the problem. They are still having troops there, I mean ships, and they're somehow sinking my ships. I don't know how the fuck they can, the Irish fleet. Okay, let's send these guys here. It's gonna take a lot of time. Let's see here. Oh yes, they have... oh, that's incredible. They have recaptured this territory from Spain, the Belgians, and now they are advancing here. French common territory. Soon also, Liberia will fall. Although, the Allies have arrived with an American division, or a few American divisions. And here we are not able to advance anymore. Or maybe we are. Let's just force a little bit our advancement. We have 3 divisions here. Or maybe more, so let's see how can we use it. We'll use them. Because there is a river here. Here there are only 2 divisions. French. Yeah, let's attack here. Now we're having air support. Also some Greeks, no, Uruguayan divisions on militia. But here we're gonna make it, and that means that we're gonna encircle those divisions there. This is gonna be great. Let's advance there. Attrition is starting to be extremely high, and there is no other invasion except this one here. What? Oh yes, yes, there are some troops there that are isolated here, also taking attrition. But it doesn't seem to be that tragic. Anyway, they're not gonna advance. That's for sure. Right, now let's send this troop right there. And the Allies simply don't have enough divisions now because many of them have been encircled and have been lost, except of course the Americans that kind of made an infinite number of divisions, and perhaps the Japanese also. But otherwise, there's nothing. So the French are still having troops. This is fucked up. Right, we have encircled these troops here, so let's advance here. Let's try to take these units. With Panzer Division 1940 against some Uruguayan divisions. That's right, they're gonna be destroyed. They're trying to break the encirclement, but it's not working. Take a look at the Russian division. Let's keep pushing forward and completely annihilate them here. There are just a few divisions. I'm not sure if they belong to Liberia or something like that. Doesn't really matter actually. Two per one divisions. It's not working that good, but managed at least to the problem is, for example, if you can take a look at this army, it comprises 50% of foreign units that are very, very poor in comparison to British units, so this is a big problem. Right, it seems that we're gonna advance here even further more. So I think all in all the Allies don't have any more offensive power. And then they are already taking a lot of attrition right there, and here they are also annihilate. I think the time for me has come to, for example, try to start an invasion now. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to risk a lot, but the most important thing is to try to invade England. So this is what I'm gonna actually try to do. If I'm gonna have more divisions of state allies, or I can try to risk an attack with this unit, or with this army here, 21 divisions. Thinking that the British are having maximum 42 divisions. These guys are having 4 divisions. In fact, I could first of all invade here in Dublin, taking Belfast, capturing Ireland, because we have air superiority and naval superiority. And it would be easy to take Dublin. But first of all, I would like to send
Im Übrigen glaube ich, dass alle Staaten heute so viele
our strategic bombers there.
dass es ein Glück für die Völker sein würde, wenn sich die verantwortlichen Staatsmänner nur ihre eigenen Angelegenheiten kümmern wollten. Was Deutschland betrifft, weiß ich aus eigener Erfahrung, dass die gestellten Aufgaben so groß sind, dass sie fast über das Vermögen der Tatkraft eines einzelnen Mannes hinausragen. Ich kann daher für mich und für alle meine Mitarbeiter nur versichern, dass wir unsere Lebensaufgabe ausschließlich in der Pflege und Erhaltung unseres
Colombian fleet.
die beide auf eine 1000-jährige ruhmvolle Geschichte zurückgehen.
This is so fucked up.
Meine Abgeordneten, Männer des ersten Reichstages Großdeutschlands. Wenn ich meine heutigen Erklärungen nunmehr vor Ihnen schließe, dann gleitet mein Blick noch einmal zurück auf die hinter uns liegenden Jahre des Kampfes und der Erfüllung.
Here we should send more fleet.
Für die meisten bedeuten
More
sie
ships
Sinn
we're gonna have.
und Inhalt des ganzen Daseins. Wir wissen,
We have here
Wir wissen, dass Größeres unserem Volk und damit unserem eigenen Leben nicht mehr beschieden sein kann.
Good.
Ohne Blutopfer ist es uns gelungen, das große Reich des deutschen Volkes endlich aufzurichten. Fast 2000
Oh no,
Jahre
Americans have
dauerte
arrived
dieser
again.
Prozess, bis aus
Now
das
all my
neuen
ships are
schnellen
gone.
Volk aus unzähligen Ländern und Staaten ein Reich wurde.
Whatever. So this can we deploy?
Der deutschen Nation
Actually, we
im
could deploy like
Wesentlichen
400.
beendet gelten. Damit aber umschließt das Großdeutsche Reich den ganzen tausendjährigen Lebenskampf unseres Volkes, wo wie in ihm alle Ströme des deutschen Blutes münden, so einen Sieg in ihm alle vergangenen Traditionen.
I'm not sure they're gonna do it.
Vor allem aber alle die großen Männer, auf die deutsche Menschen einen Grund hatten, stolz zu sein. Denn in welchen Lagen sie auch zu ihren Zeiten standen, die kühnen Herzoge und großen
Base is
Könige,
overcrowded.
die Feldherren und
87%.
Gewaltkaiser
That's still okay.
und viele erleuchtete Geister und Heroen der Vergangenheit. Die alle waren nur die Werkzeuge der Vorsehung im Entstehungs-
So I'm gonna send them towards England here.
Wenn wir sie in diesem großen Reich in dankbarer Ehrfurcht umfangen, erschließt uns
God.
der herrliche Reichtum deutscher Geschichte.
Just a minute. He arrived from Pacific, I'm sure.
Unsere Generation und uns gesegnet hat, diese Zeit und diese Stunde zu erleben.
Oh, please. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's make it a bigger fleet here. Oh my god. 66 carriers. This is, I think, the biggest American fleet that there is, that exists on the map. Just send it here. Well, if the Americans will arrive with that fleet, they're gonna completely annihilate me. There's no question about that. Oh, we still have a lot of naval bombers here. It's gonna be difficult for them as well. So Dublin is being almost destroyed, I guess. Details. Enemy buildings bombed. All bombers disrupted, 28. All bombers lost, 24. Still they're doing a fine job. They should actually destroy the whole of Ireland. Yeah, we have lost everything, I'm sure. 2,000 airplanes. There's nothing you can do against this huge fleet, and I think they will arrive here very soon. Just patrolling. Or this is a huge American fleet, that's for sure. The question is, do we do a good job? Bombers lost 100. It was disrupted the buildings. So, it doesn't seem to be that efficient. But we will see. Now let's get back to Africa. So, there are still some pocket of resistance here, belonging to the French troops. Although not many of them. And there is no danger of another invasion here, as far as I can see, because the Allies are simply don't have enough troops. Now let's take what is left of China. The problem is they have encircled these two troops of mine. I just don't understand how did that happen. Suddenly they have brought a lot of troops here, and it seems that it's gonna be difficult now. They are trying to counterattack here. This is a port, so we should stay cool up there. There's 7 divisions here, actually 18 divisions there. This battlefront. Oh yes, They seem to be encircled again here. There is another invasion there. Again, they're invading all over the place. Oh, they have invaded Vladivostok. Shit. And here they have invaded again. That is this one.
War die Umstellung vom Vorwärtskrieg zur Verteidigung im Osten nicht. Die Verteidigung hat uns nicht der Russe abgezwungen.
Alright, so time to break the siege here. A little bit of luck. And it's gonna work. This is SS infantry is gonna remain here with 90 troops, and I think soon we're gonna be able to resume the attack. Oh, this is incredible.
Und ich will Ihnen an dieser Stelle, soweit Sie es heute an diesem Eisenkorn hören, nur versichern, ich weiß, was Sie leisten. Aber ich weiß auch, dass das Schwerste hinter uns liegt. Wir haben heute den 30. Januar. Der Winter. Der Winter war die große Hoffnung dieses ostischen Gegners.
Oh, they just have too many airplanes.
In diese Hoffnung nicht erfüllen. In 4 Monaten waren wir fast bis Moskau und Leningrad gerückt. 4 Monate des Winters im Norden sind jetzt vorbei. Er ist wenige Kilometer an eisernen Stellen vorwärts gekommen und hat dort Hekatomben an Blut, Menschenleben.
Be good with a little bit of sacrifices,
Wagen das gleichgültig sein.
actually huge sacrifices. We have managed to capture the few provinces here that are so well defended by the Allies.
Sich der Winter brechen.
And in fact, we're doing very fine. We have a lot of tanks. We have actually everything we need
Das Eis wird schmelzen.
regarding material. As you can see, we're equipping 600,000 and so on. So we could build a division wall. All we need then is need some manpower. Now, unfortunately, since we're gonna recapture this port, because the British are attacking with everything they got. I think I should just attack Great Britain right away and take the,
Unser Leben mit allen Mitteln zu verteidigen, ohne
Let's see.
Rücksicht darauf, ob die uns umgebende Welt die
although we're losing a lot of strategic bombers. But let's just try to attack them. I know it's gonna be very costly, but I don't care. For example, from here, like 300 of them.
Die Gefahr, vor der wir stehen, ist riesengroß.
300 strategic bombers, perhaps it's not gonna be enough.
Riesengroß müssen deshalb auch die Anstrengungen sein, mit denen wir entgegentreten.
So let's see.
Es ist also
This
jetzt
has
die
just begun. I
Stunde
think it's gonna
gekommen,
take a while.
die Glacé-Handschuhe auszuziehen.
We've also lost some ships here.
Jetzt müssen wir die Faust bandagieren.
Good.
Es geht nicht mehr an, das reiche Kriegspotenzial nicht nur unseres eigenen Landes, sondern der uns zur Verfügung stehenden bedeutenden Teile Europas nur flüchtig und an der Oberfläche auszuschöpfen. Es muss ganz zur Ausschöpfung
Oh yes, Dublin is being destroyed and soon London will be also attacked.
Je mehr wir den
And-
Bürgern Kraft in die Hand geben, umso vernichtender wird dieser Schlag sein. Es ist also nicht mehr angebracht, uns zeitgemäßen Friedensvorstellungen zu huldigen.
So we made here a huge fleet. Let's actually send it out. Good. This is a huge fleet. I gotta risk those ships, but because it's not okay to wait so much until they're gonna be repetitive, because we're just gonna wait too much for that. Because I've lost a lot of transport ships. I'm gonna send these guys as well out. It's gonna be a huge fleet. Alright, and let's see how is the bombardment going on. Unfortunately, we're losing a lot of airplanes. Let's drop a bomber on London. Oh, I think it has been rocked. Like 2 of them. Oh man. This is gonna be huge, and as well as on Dublin. Because we can do this. And Birmingham. Well, the industrial power of the United Kingdom should be completely destroyed right now, I guess. After this terrible attack. Right, that was good. Oh, I'm curious to see if the manpower of London has been reduced after this. Nuclear bombs. 36,000 from us. There is an aircraft carrier belonging to them. Right, so it's very difficult. Right here in France, it seems that it's going a little bit better. And it seems that almost the whole Africa has been captured. This is a great job. Now we're very close. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, let's advance them farther. Wherever we can. So we're just so close to our goal. Although it seems the Japanese have invaded here right away. Which means that I'm gonna have to send some troops to help our allies. They have invaded here as well. also trying to invade there as well. But the Chinese are starting to have an army here, and the Russians are recapturing a few of their territory as well as here. Things are looking okay for us right now. Oh, there are a lot of divisions that are being encircled here, and they're gonna perish, such as 4 divisions. Oh yes, we suddenly have more manpower now. It's great. But we are still taking too much attrition here. Hopefully the Chinese will build a few more divisions. Because it just seems that the British are having more and more divisions still, although they are completely annihilated. They are still having more troops. And the French the same. Oh, they are trying to invade here now. The British. This is fucking insane. This fucking bullshit. Indeed, they have a huge territory here that cannot be, or will not be easily taken. Yeah, let's deploy like 10 light bombers. And let's see. Actually, what's going on here? Oh yes. Shit. Our troops are being completely destroyed. Well, they have done a great job, I have to say. Because we should send some more interceptors. And let's take these fighters, 877 or so. Let's send them right here, though it might be out of range, but doesn't matter. And we can have some 600 here, naval bombers and fighters here in the battle for England. So the battle for England has begun, to say the least. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen, because they also have a lot of anti-air and some interceptors. Gonna see. Regarding our bombers, which are... what is the name of them? Although we also have some Russian bombers. This HE-177 something we have known, but it's not true. We also send more other planes. The Americans are trying to help their English allies, but doesn't seem to work. So we have more and more ships, which is good. More fleets. Let's send them all the way up there. Now, here we have lost ships. Nothing. Whatever. It's gonna take some time, maybe. There is no other invasion here. Not sure what the Italians are doing right now. Oh, I think they wanted to recapture Lagos or something like that. Okay. But there is no invasion, which means I could theoretically end. But the Iraqis are having a fleet, which is good. There's also no invasion. Oh my god, they have... It's a bit chaotic here because it's gonna take some time until we're gonna be able to, you know, defend this territory here. Now the Russians are starting to have problems here. There are a lot of troops arriving lately. What I could do is, as I've already taken, I think I could take, yeah, an army from Africa because I think they're gonna invade. So yeah, let's take this army here and let's send it all the way up to here to help the Russians, because there would be a potential that we could destroy some more divisions. Right. Great. Actually, this division will go forward, whatever. Japanese unit that is paying. Oh, what? They've invaded here in Fazou, and because our troops are simply destroyed here. We have only 2 divisions. We cannot attack anywhere. We don't even have enough troops. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this army. What? Be important to take this port here. We shouldn't let the Allies to advance any farther, actually. Yeah, let's send them right away there. Yeah, we might see an invasion right here, but I don't really care. The problem is that the idiots Belgians and Italians. They didn't take the whole territory here. They have left these ports here. These are sources of invasions here in Fallen. What's the situation here? Not really good, although divisions still in. I mean, the Americans are having, let's see, what, 60 divisions as well, but they are building an incredible number of ships and airplanes. They are not even using them, you know, because I also think that they don't have enough manpower to use all that amount of equipment. This is an insane amount of equipment. This is what happened in real life in the Cold War, during the Cold War, when Americans have built it. There was an arms race between Americans and the Soviets, and Americans have built such a huge amount of equipment, including tanks, airplanes, all that stuff. They didn't even use them, never used them. They just, you know, in barracks, and they are just getting gold. They have never been used, but it was just an arms race. And this is what happens now in this game, an arms race between, because we also have a lot of equipment, I have to say. Just insane. South Africans are still having a fleet. This is unbelievable. In the Mediterranean Sea. Okay. Yeah, motivate the Air Force. Now, let's see what's going on here. They are finally attacking. You gotta tell them where to attack and so. And also seems that the Japanese are having more. Oh yes, here are the Russians. They should have been able to. Oh yes, they have built a lot more divisions, finally. This is gonna be very helpful. Now, let's see. The Allies have sent here an extraordinary number of troops. And they just have such a small territory here that they are keeping. They are still resisting. They are also taking attrition, all type of stuff, but they are just resisting and falling. Let's push forward and forward, so we should really be able to capture them.
Es ist, glaube ich, etwas sehr Seltenes, wenn ein Mann nach rund 20 Jahren vor seine alte Anhängerschaft hintreten kann. Und wenn er dabei in diesen 20 Jahren an seinem Programm keine Redigierungen vorzunehmen
Let's make sure that we can advance here. So we have more manpower. This is unbelievable.
An jenen Abend, den wir noch in den früheren Saal feiern
There
vor
are
10
no
Jahren.
troops left here.
Erinnert uns deshalb daran, weil wir damals auch mitten in einem sehr schweren Kampf standen. Denn der Kampf um die Machtübernahme in Deutschland war ja genauso schicksalsentscheidend als der Kampf, den wir heute führen. Im ganzen Umfang ist uns das erst im letzten Jahr bewusst geworden. Denn wenn im Jahre 1933 der Sieg nicht erfochten worden wäre, dann wäre Deutschland geblieben, was es war. Das heißt, ein machtloser Staat mit einer Armee von 100.000 Mann, die zwangsläufig verurteilt war, in sich selbst zu verkümmern. Und in derselben Zeit hat sich bereits im Osten ein Koloss aufgetan. Nur einen einzigen Gedanken im Auge behaltend, über dieses schwache, faule, defätistische und in sich zerrissene Europa herzufallen. Und wenn damals dieser Kampf nicht erfolgreich ausgegangen sein würde, dann wäre die Macht nicht in die Weltgeschichte eingetreten, die allein geeignet sein konnte, diese Gefahr nun entgegenzutreten. Heute wissen wir, dass es wahrscheinlich ein Europa nicht mehr geben würde. So ist der Kampf, den wir damals führten, nur scheinbar ein Kampf im Inneren um die Macht gewesen. In Wirklichkeit war es doch ein Kampf bereits damals um die Erhaltung Deutschlands und im weitesten Sinn des Wortes um die Erhaltung Europas. Ich
I'm gonna shoot
bin
this
so
guy.
ruhig
Oh, I
gegenüber
think the
jedem
Americans have
Deutschen,
arrived again with an
der heute im
carrier.
Osten kämpft
Though,
und der nun zurückkehrt. Und ich kann an jeden die Frage richten.
my god,
Sehen Sie
the
sich
fuck
unsere
did we lose so many ships here
Einrichtungen an.
against
Vergleichen
enemy
Sie
aircraft? We are also
unsere
trying to
Heimstätten,
invade
vergleichen
in
Sie
Portugal.
unsere Kolonien, die wir bauen. Vergleichen
Actually,
Sie unsere sozialen Einrichtungen
We took
mit
some
dem, was wir
divisions
drüben
from,
gesehen haben.
from
Vergleichen Sie das Schicksal und das Los des
let's
deutschen
take some
Bauern
division from
mit dem
Spain.
des Loses dieses russischen Bauern. Vergleichen Sie das, mein lieber Freund, und dann sagen Sie mir
Good.
nun Ihr Urteil. Wer hat
Then
es
build
besser
some more.
gemacht
What do we have here?
und vor allem, wer hat es ehrlicher
Oh, we need
gemeint?
conscription.
Es ist noch gar keiner zurückgekehrt, der eine andere Auffassung hätte äußern können als die, dass, wenn überhaupt ein sozialistischer Staat irgendwo in der Verwirklichung begriffen war, dass das dann nur in Deutschland allein geschah. Das ist aber auch mit ein Grund, warum diese andere Welt, so gerne sie besonders die kapitalistischen Interessen vertritt, gegen uns vorgeht.
Okay,
Es ist ein Konzern, der sich auch heute noch anmaßt, die Welt nach seinen privatkapitalistischen Interessen regieren, dirigieren und wenn notwendig auch malträtieren zu können. Wenn zum
yeah,
Beispiel
the
vor
British
wenigen
are trying
Tagen
another invasion
ein
here.
richtiger snobistischer, parfümierter Bengel, wie dieser Mr. Eaton, erklärt, wir Engländer Wir Engländer
Good point is that we have
haben
more
eine
manpower.
Erfahrung im Regieren. So
And
kann man nur
a
sagen,
lot
im
of factories.
Regieren,
What, we lost the battle?
Ausbeuten, im Ausplündern. Was heißt die Erfahrung im Regieren, wenn in einem Land,
There we go, now
das
this
selber
time,
mit 46 Millionen Menschen 40 Millionen Quadratkilometer der ganzen Erde korrigiert, bei Kriegsbeginn 2,5 Millionen
our side.
Erwerbslose sind. Wo ist hier die
yeah, I
Kunst des
should lose
Regierens?
just a little bit more.
Oder gar die
divisions.
Kunst des Führens. Es ist nur die Gewissenlosigkeit des Ausbeutens. Und wenn dieser selbe Mann dann sagt, wir haben einen feinen Instinkt für ideelle und für materielle Werte, jawohl, den haben Sie. Die ideellen Werte haben Sie überall zerstört und die materiellen Werte haben Sie geklaut, sich angeeignet. Nein, meine
Oh, they
Freunde,
come with another 2
regieren können
divisions.
Sie nicht. Sie können nur die Völker sich unterwerfen und dann verelenden lassen. Zu ihren Gunsten. Und wenn nun erst gar dieser Oberstrolch, ich kann ihn nicht anders bezeichnen, von Roosevelt kommt und erklärt, sie müssten durch amerikanische Methoden Europa retten, dann kann ich nur sagen, der Herr hätte gefälligst sein eigenes Land retten können oder retten sollen, dann hätte er gar nicht den Krieg gehen brauchen müssen. Es wäre für ihn zweckmäßiger gewesen, seine 13 Millionen Erwerbslosen zu beseitigen, als die Welt in einen Krieg zu stürzen. Aber er tat es ja, weil er mit seinen inneren Problemen nicht fertig wurde und weil er genauso wie seine britischen Verbündeten auf Raub ausging, in der Erkenntnis
Okay.
nicht nur der ideellen, sondern vor allem der
Yeah,
materiellen
these
Werte.
battles are
Denn
so
ideelle
difficult. This
Werte,
is impossible.
außer Chefs und Ende im Zeug kennt der Roosevelt so wenig als ein Engländer. Diese Regierungskunst unserer Gegner und den grauenhaften Folgen in unserem demokratischen Deutschland ist die nationalsozialistische Bewegung allmählich entstanden. Hätten Sie nämlich Deutschland wirklich damals glücklich gemacht, dann hätten wir ja gar keine Veranlassung und hätte ich keinen Grund besessen, mich Tag für Tag und Woche für Woche, Monat und Jahr für Jahr dieser Arbeit zu widmen. Das wissen Sie auch, alle meine alten Mitkämpfer. Ich bin ja damals nicht auf der faulen Haut gelegen. Ich habe nicht hier und da einmal in einem feinen Club gesprochen oder mich hier und da einmal vor einem Kamin gesetzt und da eine Plauderei veranstaltet.
And the Russians themselves
Ich bin
are
damals herumgebildet, kreuz
seem to
und
do a
quer
better
durch die
job here.
deutschen Lande, von oben nach unten,
Although
von Osten nach Westen und habe mich abgerackert, nur
Circling
um mein
difficult.
Volk wieder aus dieser Not zu
It's a
erlösen, in
big
der diese
difficult.
Regenten des internationalen Kapitals es gestürzt hatten. Diese Verschwörung damals von Juden und Kapitalisten und Bolschewisten, diese Verschwörung, die wollten wir beseitigen. Und wir haben sie endlich auch beseitigt. Und kaum war sie beseitigt, da begann die andere Welt sofort wieder mit ihrer Einkreisung. Damals war es das kaiserliche Deutschland, jetzt ist es das nationalsozialistische. Damals war es der Kaiser, jetzt bin ich es. Nur ein Unterschied ist, das damalige Deutschland war theoretisch kaiserlich, praktisch vollständig in sich zerfallen. Der Kaiser von damals war ein Mann, dem jede Stärke im Widerstand gegen diese Feinde abgibt. In mir haben sie nun aber einen Gegner gegenüber, der an das Wort kapitulieren überhaupt gar nicht denkt. Es war immer schon, seit ich ein Knabe war, damals vielleicht eine Unart,
so
aber
many fleets
groß
here.
doch vielleicht eine Tugend, meine Angewohnheit, das letzte Wort zu behalten. Und alle diese Gegner können überzeugt sein, dass Deutschland von einst hat um 11:45 die Waffen niedergelegt. Ich habe
Okay.
grundsätzlich immer erst 5 Minuten nach 12 aufgehört.
They must try to invade.
Ich weiß ganz genau, dass
Oh, we have some troops
der
here.
Kampf ein sehr schwerer ist. Denn das ist vielleicht auch der Unterschied zwischen mir und
should
sagen wir
use them
einem
then.
Mann wie Churchill. Churchill sagte, wir hätten, der Reichsmarschall und ich, in der letzten Zeit weinerliche Reden gehalten. Ich weiß nicht, also wenn ich einem eine links und rechts hineinschlage und der sagt dann, das ist absoluter Defätismus, dann kann man sich damit nicht unterhalten. Ja. Mir ist seit dem Jahr 1939 überhaupt nicht
Time to
feiner
push
zumute.
forward here,
Ich war
because
allerdings vorher sehr
I
traurig.
think this is gonna
Ich
work.
habe ja alles getan, um den Krieg zu vermeiden. In diesen Tagen, da hat Sven Hedin ein Buch herausgegeben, in dem er dankenswerterweise mein damals den Engländern übermitteltes Angebot für die Polen wortwörtlich nun zitiert. Ich muss sagen, ich habe eigentlich ein Frösteln gefühlt, als ich nun dieses Angebot wieder durchgelesen habe. Und ich kann nur der Vorsehung danken, dass sie das alles anders geleitet hat. Danken auch aus dem, was ich seitdem nun weiß, denn wenn
Yeah, so let's take the remaining
dieses
American
Angebot
territory
angenommen
in
worden
China, and
wäre,
then it's gonna be easier to
dann
defend
wäre
the
wohl
Chinese
Danzig
coast.
Deutschland im Übrigen
like
wäre alles
here,
beim
here
Alten
and so
geblieben.
on.
Wir hätten uns unseren sozialen Aufgaben
Actually, we're gonna do it.
gewidmet,
We're gonna do it with this
gearbeitet,
album.
wir hätten unsere Städte verschönt, wir hätten Wohnkolonien gebaut, wir hätten unsere Straßen in Ordnung gebracht, wir
Gonna
hätten
have
Schulen
sent
eingerichtet.
another
Wir hätten
army
einen
that's
richtigen
over there.
nationalsozialistischen Staat aufgebaut.
What the fuck is going on? Right,
Sie haben
so
früher
we
alle
are
gemacht,
like Central
diese
Asia.
Idioten. für einen Spaß
And
gehalten.
also simply there is no other
Mehr, Sie wissen, es ist ein blutiger
no other
Ernst.
invasion from the Allies. Just take what is left of
Wie andere Welt ihr Leben gestaltet, ist unser deutsche Volk gleichgültig. Der Versuch aber von Seiten außerkontinentaler
what's
Mächte,
being left of USA, to say the least.
Angelegenheiten, insbesondere in die Belange unseres eigenen Volkes einzugreifen, wird nunmehr einmal für immer abgewehrt und verhindert werden.
Oh yes.
Wo und in welcher Welt der amerikanische Präsident zu leben gedenkt, ist
It's
uns
working.
Deutschen gänzlich gleichgültig. Seine Meinung aber, die
Perfect.
deutsche oder gar die europäische Welt nach seinen Bedürfnissen auszurichten. Das heißt, die uns lieb gewordene eigene Welt zu stürzen und eine uns verhasste Fremde aufzurichten, wird nicht nur misslingen, sondern im Gegenteil. Bei diesem Versuch wird nur seine eigene Welt zugrunde gehen. Was aber die Absicht betrifft, Europa mit dem Bolschewismus zu bestrafen, so habe ich es schon an einer anderen Stelle ausgesprochen.
Russian mechanized division, what do we have?
P-70 tanks. And so, as far as I know, the Russians still have
99 divisions. This is okay.
Über die Segnungen dieser bestialischen Lehre heute aufgeklärt und vor allem genügend stark, um sich dieser tödlichsten Gefahr seines Daseins mit Erfolg
Good.
widersetzen zu können.
Now we're gonna finish this division off.
Angesichts des großen zurückliegenden Jahres, des, wie wir überzeugt sind, nicht minder großen kommenden, gedenkt wir daher unserer Helden und derjenigen unserer tapferen
This is fucking
Verbündeten in der Vergangenheit und
what the
Gegenwart,
fuck is going on?
mit dem festen Willen dafür zu sorgen, dass alle diese Opfer keine
Where are the
vergeblichen
Russians
gewesen
left?
sind, noch sein werden. Wir können diese Feier nicht aufrechter begehen, als in dem Bewusstsein, dass die heutige Generation den großen Zeiten der Vergangenheit wieder ebenbürtig geworden ist. Und zwar ebenbürtig in seinen Soldaten an der Front, wie in seinen Männern und Frauen in der Heimat. Was auch das Schicksal von uns fordern mag, diese Jahre des Kampfes werden trotz allem kürzere sein, als die Zeiten jenes langen und gesegneten Friedens, der das Ergebnis des heutigen Ringens sein wird. Diesen Frieden aber so zu gestalten, dass er den Opfer unserer Soldaten aus allen Schichten unseres Volkes herausgerecht wird, ist die zukünftige Aufgabe des
We have a British invasion here, so let's take them out.
Sie alle sind gefallen für das ewige
We're gonna invade all the time, that's out of question. Let's go directly to Hong Kong.
bessere Gemeinschaft der Nationen unseres Kontinents.
We have every troop that we have.
Verleihen, auch in der Zukunft das zu tun, was die Pflicht von uns fordert. Mit dieser Bitte verleihen wir unsere Ehrfurcht vor den toten Helden.
Quickly need to capture the remaining territory here, then we're gonna have to guard all those.
Und wieder werden die Menschen kommen und gehen und stets aufs Neue ergriffen, beglückt und begeistert sein. Denn die Idee und die Bewegung sind Lebensausdruck unseres Volkes. Damit ein Symbol des Ewigen. Es lebe die nationalsozialistische Bewegung. Es lebe Deutschland.
We know this is almost like all China belongs to us. And what we're gonna have to do is to capture as quickly as possible Hong Kong. And then they will capitulate. That's right. I think they have already capitulated.
Die Partei ist Hitler. Hitler aber ist Deutschland.
They already start a huge offensive here. Alright. We're almost there. Let's cross. So deploy some jet bombers.
Nationalsozialisten. Als mich als Führer der stärksten Partei vor 12 Jahren hat der ewige Reichspräsident von Hindenburg mit der Kampfführung
Oh, we can attack them there, okay.
vor der gleichen
But
Situation
should guys come right here?
weltkritische Hinsicht nach außen. Der durch den Versailler Vertrag
Just some ships, but yeah, let's go on.
fortgeführte Prozess
So there's 3 British divisions.
Zerstörung und Vernichtung der
Those will destroy my plan to take them out.
allmählich dauerhaft gewordenen Erscheinung von fast 7 Millionen Erwerbslosen,
It's not gonna work, I'm not gonna be able to cross that river.
zerstörten Bauernstand
Although I should have some more support though.
und einer dementsprechend aus der Linie kommenden Handelswirtschaft.
Fuck.
Deutschen Häfen waren nur noch Schiffsfriedhöfe. Die finanzielle Lage des Reiches droht in jedem Augenblick zum Zusammenbruch nicht nur des Staates, sondern auch der Länder und der Gemeinden zu führen. Das Entscheidende aber war
Fuck, now
folgendes.
they can encircle me or what?
Hinter dieser wirtschaftlichen, methodischen Zerstörung Deutschlands stand das Gespenst des asiatischen Bolschewismus.
And I don't think that they can encircle me here. Right, let's attack farther.
Und so wie jetzt im Großen, war in den Jahren vor der Machtübernahme im Kleinen, Inneren, die bürgerliche Welt völlig unfähig, dieser Entwicklung einen wirksamen Widerstand entgegenzusetzen. Man hatte auch nach dem
Well, they can capture Guangzhou, which is very important, but then I'm gonna recapture Macau with a little bit of luck.
Eine neue im Werden ist, dass es sich nicht darum handeln kann, dass was die
So yeah, they're gonna fail.
hatte, mit allen Mitteln zu stützen und damit künftig zu halten, sondern dass es notwendig ist, dass er sich die
Great.
Sünde an dessen Stelle
Perfect.
zu setzen.
Oh, oh, oh. There you go, now it's over. They gotta be isolated here.
Und jeder Versuch,
They're still gonna have that
aufrechtzuerhalten,
technique, doesn't
musste
matter.
vergeblich sein. Es war also nicht anders wie heute im Großen, da ebenfalls
Doesn't seem to be
bürgerliche
another
Staaten der Vernichtung geweiht sind, und nur klar ausgerichtete, weltanschaulich gefestigte
Invasions.
Volksgemeinschaften.
But the Allies just, they thought, are opening a new front here. Although it doesn't matter because my troops should also arrive. Not sure where they are.
Nur 6 Jahre des Friedens
middle
sind
of
uns seit dem 30.
nowhere.
Januar 1933 vergönnt gewesen.
Yeah.
In diesen 6
Allied troops are
Jahren
also
ist
taking a
ungeheures
huge attrition
geleistet
because of the
und noch
situation there.
Größeres geplant worden. So vieles und
That's
so
why
Gewaltiges,
I'm gonna do the following.
das aber erst recht den Neid unserer demokratischen, nichts könnenden Umwelt erweckte. Das Entscheidende aber war, dass es in diesen
Wait,
6 Jahren
right
gelang,
here.
mit übermenschlichen Anstrengungen den deutschen Volkskörper wehrmäßig zu sanieren. Das heißt, ihn nicht in erster Linie mit einer materiellen Kriegsmacht auszustatten, sondern mit
Perfect.
dem geistigen Widerstandswillen der Selbstbehauptung zu erfüllen.
Oh shit, another huge Japanese invasion there.
Das Schicksal, das sich heute im Osten abspielt und das in Dorf und Markt, auf dem Land und in den Städten, die Menschen zu
I hate these Japanese, they just have a few divisions and
wird mit äußersten Anstrengungen
Just sending them
Ende, trotz aller
all
Rückschläge
of them
und Härtenprüfungen
out there.
abgewehrt und gemeistert werden. Wenn das aber überhaupt möglich ist, dann nur, weil sie seit dem Jahr
So we're done here.
1933 eine innere Wende
right, let's
des
take the
deutschen
guy
Volkes
and no, Macau has been. Come on, motherfuckers, move out a little bit quickly, you stupid piece of
Der
shit.
Europa wäre schon längst von der innerasiatischen Sturmflut weggefegt worden.
Portuguese, wait a minute, no, actually, they're done.
Aussterbenden Strohköpfen braucht man sich dabei kaum auseinanderzusetzen, die der Meinung sind, ein wehrloses Deutschland werde infolge seiner Ohnmacht sicher nicht zum Opfer dieser jüdisch-internationalen Weltverschwörung geworden. Das heißt nichts anderes, als alle Naturgesetze auf den Kopf stellen. Wann wird die wehrlose Gans vom Fuchs deswegen nicht gefressen, weil sie infolge ihrer Konstitution
I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to secure all this territory here,
weil die Schafe
but I'm gonna
keine
try it.
Rüstung besitzen. Dass es, wie gesagt, so bürgerliche Schafe gibt, die das in allem Ernst glauben, beweist nur, wie notwendig es war, ein Zeitalter zu beseitigen, das in seiner Erziehung solche Erscheinungen zu züchten und zu halten vermochte, ja, ihnen sogar politischen Einfluss einräumte.
Good.
Längst
No, possibly
ehe der
we're gonna need more troops, I guess.
tobte bereits der
Most importantly, they're gonna arrive here in these ports.
jüdisch-asiatischen Bolschewismus.
I think
Wenn
at
nicht
all.
schon im Jahr 1919, 20
Just have a
Europa
few
überrascht.
divisions is not gonna
War
be
nur
that
deshalb,
problematic.
weil er damals selbst noch zu schwach und zu wenig gerüstet war. Sein Versuch,
Also thinking of
Polen zu beseitigen,
splitting this force
wurde
in two.
nicht aufgegeben aus Mitleid mit dem damaligen Polen, sondern nur infolge der verlorenen Schlacht vor Warschau. Seine Absicht, Ungarn zu vernichten, ist nicht unterblieben, weil man sich eines anderen besann, sondern weil die bolschewistische Gewalt militärisch nicht aufrechterhalten werden konnte.
Let's choose Manstein.
Der Versuch, Deutschland zu zertrümmern, wurde ebenfalls nicht
That was a
aufgegeben,
mistake, but whatever.
weil man etwa den Erfolg nicht mehr wünschte, sondern weil es nicht gelang, den Rest der natürlichen
Kluge.
Widerstandskraft unseres Volkes zu beseitigen. Sofort begann das
Question is
Judentum,
what to
aber
do with
nunmehr
him.
mit der planmäßigen inneren Zersetzung unseres Volkes. Und es hatte dabei die besten Bundesgenossen in
Wait a minute, how about Manstein first? Let's see what he's doing.
erkennen wollten, dass das Zeitalter einer bürgerlichen
He's doing
Welt
fine.
beendet
And this guy,
ist und niemals
I think I should call him
wiederkehren
right
wird.
here.
Das ist die Epoche des zügellosen wirtschaftlichen Liberalismus,
Yeah, let's just call him here.
nur zum eigenen Zusammenbruch führen kann. Dass man aber vor allem die großen Aufgaben der Zeit
In
nur zu
Asia.
meistern vermag, unter einer autoritär zusammengefassten Kraft der Nation, ausgehend von dem Gesetz der gleichen
Right.
Rechte aller und daraus
Gonna arrive with like
gleichen
billions of
Pflichten.
divisions. That's gonna have to go.
Genauso wie umgekehrt die
And
Erfüllung
Manstein is
dieses
doing a good job. I'm
gleichen
just gonna supply him with some more troops
führen muss.
before.
So hat der Nationalsozialismus
There should be
inmitten
another
einer gigantischen wirtschaftlichen,
General.
sozialen und
Why do I have
kulturellen
something?
Aufbautätigkeit vor allem
Oh, he's
auch
right here.
erziehungsmäßig dem deutschen Volk jene Rüstung gegeben, die überhaupt erst in militärische Werte umgesetzt werden konnte. Die Widerstandskraft unserer Nation ist seit dem 30. Januar 1933 so ungeheuer gewachsen, dass sie nicht mehr vergleichbar ist mit der früheren Zeit. Die Aufrechterhaltung dieser inneren Widerstandskraft aber ist zugleich das sicherste Garant für den endgültigen Sieg. Wenn Europa heute von einer schweren Krankheit ergriffen ist, dann werden die davon betroffenen Staaten sie entweder unter Aufbietung ihrer ganzen und äußersten Widerstandskraft überwinden oder an ihr zugrunde gehen. Allein auch der Genesende und damit Überlebende überwindet den Höhepunkt einer solchen
So we're
Krankheit
having,
nur in einer Krise, die ihn selbst auch auf
although
das
still
Äußerste
losing
betrifft.
some bombers and fighters, but we still have a lot of planes here. And enemy fighters lost.
Rettung unseres Volkes vor dem grauenhaftesten Schicksal aller Zeiten, vor nichts zurückzuschrecken und
London is still being
unwandelbar dem Gebot der Erhaltung unserer
completely
Nation
destroyed as far as I can see.
Der Allmächtige hat unser Volk geschaffen. Indem wir seine Existenz verteidigen, verteidigen wir sein Werk. Diese Verteidigung mit namenlosem Unglück, Leid und Schmerzen sondergleichen verbunden ist, lässt uns nur noch mehr an diesem Volk hängen. Es lässt uns aber auch jene Härte gewinnen, die notwendig ist, um auch in schlimmsten Krisenpunkten unsere Pflicht zu erfüllen. Das heißt, nicht nur die Pflicht dem anständigen, ewigen Deutschland gegenüber, sondern auch die Pflicht gegenüber jenen wenigen Ehrlosen, die sich von ihrem Volkstum trennen. Es gibt deshalb in diesem Schicksalskampf für uns nur ein Gebot. Wer ehrenhaft kämpft, kann damit das Leben für sich
Mediterranean
und seine
Sea
Lieben
is still seems
Wer der
there are
Nation
problems.
auf einen oder charakterlosen
Still
Rücken fällt,
remaining
wird unter
down.
allen Umständen
Well, it might
eines
invade us, but
tödlichen Todes
doesn't matter.
sterben.
Here as
Der
well.
Nationalsozialismus diesen Geist in unserem deutschen Volk erwecken und erhärten konnte, ist seine größte Tat. Wenn einmal nach dem Abklingen dieses
Okay,
gewaltigsten
gut.
Weltdramas die Friedensglocken läuten werden, wird man erst erkennen,
Oh, there is also
was
a
das
battery
deutsche
here.
Volk dieser seelischen Wiedergeburt verdankt. Es ist nicht weniger als sein Dasein auf dieser Welt.
Russians have one more division. There is no other invasion. Oh, this is... Oh, great. So the Iraqis have come out of the fleet. This is very good. And let's see what's going on here. Actually, it seemed to be very, very cool. Gonna try to attack. Oh, another invasion, just I thought. My god, nuclear bomb on Shanghai. I'm not sure who did this. I'm not sure who did this. Let's send... Because Shanghai belongs to Canada right now. Oh shit, another invasion here. Fuck. Right, so our troops have arrived, but they're still on their way. They're still a long way. And these guys as well. They have to cross the whole kingdom of Tibet. It has only 2 divisions, but it's so easy to capture. They're not gonna have a chance here, that's for sure. Just send some help to the 42nd Division. I wonder how many divisions left on the battlefield are Germans, because I think that we have lost a lot of them. My god. Now the allies have arrived here with an incredible number of divisions they're gonna use right away, I'm sure. But they're gonna need more troops here. Time to advance just a little bit, if it is possible. Now we're gonna need a lot of airplanes, and the Russians are already having a lot of airplanes. Perons are bringing up a lot of divisions in this battle.
So beginnt der steigende Einfluss des amerikanischen Präsidenten, sich in Grenzen auszuwirken, Konflikte zu schaffen oder vorhandene Konflikte zu vertiefen, auf alle Fälle aber zu verhindern, dass Konflikte eine friedliche Lösung finden. Jahrelang hat dieser Mann schon einen einzigen Wunsch, dass irgendwo in der Welt ein Streit ausbricht, am besten in Europa. Denn die Möglichkeit
So they're gonna unite the territory here, I think. Just a matter of time. Fact is, it's a take right now.
Und seiner zerfahrenen Wirtschaftspolitik im Inneren nach außen hin abzulenken. Besonders riskant ist sein Vorgehen in diesem Sinn gegen das Deutsche Reich. Vom Jahr 1937 ab setzten einen Anfang von Reden an, darunter eine besonders niederträchtige vom 5. Oktober 1937 in Chicago. In dem dieser Mann planmäßig beginnt, die amerikanische Öffentlichkeit gegen Deutschland aufzuhetzen. Er droht mit der Aufrichtung einer Art von Quarantäne gegen die sogenannten autoritären Staaten. Im Vollzug dieser sich nun dauernd steigenden Reden des Präsidenten Roosevelt beruft er nach neuerlichen beleidigenden Erklärungen den amerikanischen Botschafter in Berlin zur Berichterstattung nach Washington. Seitdem sind die beiden Staaten nur noch durch Geschäftsträger miteinander verbunden. Im November 1938 ab beginnt er planmäßig und bewusst jede Möglichkeit einer europäischen Friedenspolitik zu sabotieren. Er heuchelt dabei nach außen hin Interesse am Frieden, droht aber jedem Staat, der bereit ist, die Politik einer friedlichen Versöhnung zu betreiben, mit Sperren von Anleihen,
Right.
mit wirtschaftlicher
The Allies will not attack.
Kündigung von Darlehen und so weiter.
And they will not attack.
Wir nehmen einen erschütternden Einblick die Berichte der polnischen
It's gonna be much better.
London, Paris und Brüssel. Im Januar 1939 beginnt dieser Mann seine Hitzkampagne zu verstärken und droht mit allen Maßnahmen vor dem Kongress gegen die Autorität
Got another
Staaten
fleet
vorzugehen,
here.
außer mit Krieg. Während er dauernd behauptet, dass andere Staaten versuchten, sich in amerikanische Angelegenheiten einzumischen und auf die Aufrechterhaltung der Monroe-Doktrin pocht, beginnt er seit dem März 1939 in innereuropäische Angelegenheiten hineinzureden, die den Präsidenten der Vereinigten Staaten überhaupt nicht angehen. Erstens versteht er diese Probleme nicht und zweitens, selbst wenn er sie verstünde und die geschichtlichen Hergehende begriffe, hätte er ebenso wenig das Recht, sich um den mitteleuropäischen Raum zu bekümmern, wie etwa das deutsche Staat überhaupt ein Recht hat, über die Verhältnisse in einem Staat der USA zu urteilen oder dazu eine Stellung zu nehmen. Ja. Herr Roosevelt geht noch weiter. Gegen alle völkerrechtlichen Bestimmungen erklärt er Regierungen, die ihm nicht passen, nicht anzuerkennen, Neuordnungen nicht entgegenzunehmen, Gesandtschaften von längst aufgelösten Staaten zu belasten oder gar als rechtmäßige Regierungen einzusetzen. Endlich geht er so weit, mit solchen Gesandten Verträge abzuschließen, die ihm dann sogar das Recht geben, fremde Territorien einfach zu besetzen.
So let's be more, let's say, a better pricer, although should be upgraded first.
More aircraft carriers, maybe.
Und indem wir aufgefordert wurden, Erklärungen abzugeben, um mit x-beliebigen Staaten nicht Handelspartner zu schließen, dabei zum großen Teil mit Staaten, die überhaupt nicht im Besitz ihrer Freiheit waren, weil sie von den Bundesgenossen des Herrn Roosevelt entweder annektiert oder in Protektorate verwandelt worden sind. Sie erinnern sich, meine Abgeordneten, dass ich damals diesen zudringlichen Herren eine ebenso höfliche wie deutliche Antwort gab, was immerhin wenigstens für einige Monate den Strom der Redseligkeit dieses biederen Kriegshetzes abstoppte. An seine Stelle trat aber nun die ehrenwerte Frau Gemahlin. Sie lehnte es ab, mit ihren Söhnen in einer Welt leben zu wollen, wie wir sie.
Guys, I'm gonna have to end the recording here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And next time, what we gotta do is we're gonna have to prepare an invasion of England and of Ireland, perhaps of Ireland first. Now that we have this naval superiority, I think we're gonna make it. First of all, we're gonna choose an army, because what I want to do first is to secure our conquered lands, such as here in Africa, such as in, although Africa is being secured, nothing much can happen. The Allies don't have enough divisions to launch huge invasions there. Such as in China, it's going to be very, very important. I really want to secure it. As you can see, they have brought a lot of divisions here. It's going to be a bit difficult, but we're going to make it. Let's destroy this Japanese division here. Then, here in Russia, perhaps just a little bit. But anyway, I'm just gonna prepare an invasion, that's for sure. So I can take one army that I have, possibly one that we have here in Europe. Yes, I think we have two. I think we're gonna take this one that we have here. That's what we have here. One that has a lot of traits, such as this one here. Marshall. Umstedt is also one of the best. It's having pretty good divisions here, such as 2nd Panzer Division with 18,000 men. A lot of panzers and so on. Yeah, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna try to prepare the invasion of Ireland, because the Irish are having only 3 divisions and the British are now having like 25 divisions. This should be extremely easy. Of course, they have troops from American troops and so on, but we will gonna do it. So, next game, I'm gonna risk and I'm gonna send this army with 21 divisions. I'm gonna send it right here in Ireland. If it's not gonna work, and if I'm gonna lose too much, then I'm gonna have to change the recruitment law right here. Service by requirement to all adults serve. I'm gonna create new armies and I'm gonna invade United Kingdom. If Ireland and United Kingdom will fall, then I'm gonna take a huge fleet of ours and I'm gonna go closer to the United States, as well as closer to the Empire of Brazil, and try to make an invasion right here, for example. go sleep out. And this is what's gonna happen next. Then I can also think, I'm gonna think of doing other invasions, such as invasion of Philippines and these islands, invasion of Japan. But I'm gonna have to send my fleet here, so it's gonna take some time. This is gonna happen. It's not gonna be easy, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna need more fleets. I'm gonna, for example, take this fleet right here. I don't need it, this one. I can also think of taking out Turkey because it's such a wonderful strategic position that it has, as well as perhaps Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Although it has frontiers, no, I'm not gonna take it, it has frontiers too. But Turkey is grants military access to other nations. I'm gonna take Turkey out. And then I'm gonna prepare an invasion of maybe Norway. Whatever, this is not important. I'm gonna sleep on this. This is not important is to take United Kingdom, and we are just that close to do it. Then we're gonna increase our influence, our naval supremacy here in the Atlantic, get closer to South America, and trying to invade, maybe, just maybe, trying to invade here in this area. This is going to be important to control these areas. Now, I know the United States still has an incredible amount of navy and of ships and so on, of airplanes and everything. I know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to do it. Just very soon. Then I can also think of, for example, taking out some other nations, such as, for example, Xibes, for example, Tibet, but most probably this communist nations, that they're allied with Yunnan and Shaanxi, and it's gonna be very easy. I'm gonna put an army here, I'm gonna put an army here, and I'm gonna put an army here where they have the capital. It should be extremely easy to take down. In fact, I think Shaanxi don't even have any territory. Then these guys will capitulate. I'm gonna perhaps annex them, or Chinese Empire will annex them. And Chinese Empire will really be huge. And will really have a lot of power more. This is what's gonna happen next. And yeah, if it's gonna go good, I think I should also take Korea. I think it's gonna be very easy to take Korea. I should also take it. Although we're gonna have to defend more, but we're gonna do it. And we're gonna have to deal with these invasions right here in Eastern Russia, far Eastern Russia. We're doing fine with manpower. I think we can do even better. Especially we're gonna take United Kingdom, that's for sure. Of course, we're gonna have to keep United Kingdom. We're just gonna have to have a lot of units to stay here, and in Norway and here, Ireland as well. We can take these units from our satellite states, such as Portugal. Have 48 divisions is too much. Spain, and especially the mighty Russia, which only has 100 divisions, and as you can see, only limited conscription. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. But I'm pretty sure that we're gonna take Ireland and United Kingdom very, very soon. Africa is already secured. I have absolutely no problem with that. The Italians should have more divisions though. What do they have scrap into barrel here. And a lot of empty slots. I don't understand how is that possible. But this is what it seems. Right, so the game and maybe taking Estonia will also be something interesting. Although they are neutral, but we could still take them out. Could still take them out. These guys, they have only one division. But they have almost no territory. And this is our territory we are going to control. That's good. With factories, we're having now a lot of civilian factories, we're having much more. and industry is doing fine, and production is also doing fine as far as I know. Really producing a lot, including some outdated equipment such as here these destroyers, but gonna replace them as soon as possible. Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna have to do something. So we have a lot of trucks here, 143,000. So let's just reduce the amount of trucks produced because we don't need that much. I'm gonna produce a lot of bombers, actually let's produce it, maybe more. But also need some more panzers. Also have a lot of support equipment, we're not gonna need that much. And let's see what else we're not gonna need. Cavalry equipment. Because we're not actually producing too much, we don't need it. But whatever, let's just leave it. Transport, we don't need that much. And also have too many light bombers that we can produce a bit less. Should have produce more fighters maybe. Let's have a lot of these are heavy fighters. Yeah, let's just produce more of them. Assault rifle. 187,000. We don't need that much. Interceptor. 19,000. SS field uniforms. 18,000 of this. Jet fighters, just produced more of them. Panzer II, 23,000. This is really a lot. Here, Panzerschreck, 54,000. Great, 24,000 fighters, 15,000 Panzer III. Let's actually produce them. See what else do we have? 33,000 armored car. This is just too much, and this is also too much of trucks. We're not gonna need that much. E25 Yak Panzer. E50, yeah, we're gonna actually have a lot. And some air support, let's produce more. Yeah, naval bombers, let's produce also even more. Such as like this. 184, that's right. 690,000 G43, and actually we could upgrade even more of this. Can just do it right now, and we should actually produce more strategic bombers. And I would like to make an upgrade here to infantry arms. G43-4 is gonna be this. Although it's just a small upgrade, but let's do it. G43-4 gonna be the best. Let's produce maximum out of it. Let's actually call it max, but whatever. Right, and we still have some more industrial power. Let's actually build maximum amount of strategic bombers. We're gonna need them. We're gonna invade USA, and we're gonna need them. Now, let's see the statistics a little bit. We are in 1965 already. Like I said, I'm gonna play until 2000 maximum, because this is gonna be too much. Right, let's see. So since the United States is still on the first place, we are just behind them with 4,000, and Russians and Italians and Hungarians. United Kingdom is falling behind, and Sweden and Iraq are coming from behind. State of Japan is also falling. National Spain and regional Bulgaria is also falling. Regarding divisions, we're having the most number of divisions, 265. Russians are having 100, Italians 84, Nepal, Saudi Arabia, Denmark, Brazil, Portuguese are 48, Spain 47, Bulgarians 40. Regarding fleets, Americans are the best, followed by Sweden, by Germany, Argentina, and Turkey. And regarding air superiority, United States are the best, followed by Germany, Russia, Italy, Hungary. Now regarding factories, the Americans are having an incredible number of factories, but we're coming from behind, as you can see. We're having more civilian factories in the American sector. That means that we're going to have more industrial capacity than the Americans, which is great. That means we're going to build more and more factories. But they have way a lot more naval factories, 269, we have only 180, and they have 349 equipment factories or military factories, and we have only 290. The United Kingdom is also having a lot of factories, Italy is also having a lot, Russia a lot, Canada also, and then Sweden. And strength, we're being like 2 times better than Axis, than allies. And here's the Saddleback Pact, which are actually the Chinese. I'm not sure why they are strange. Oh no, Saddleback Pact. I think this is Brazil. Then there are Comintern, which have 3 members, but they are almost like nothing. That's why I think we're going to take them out.